Morning everyone. Today we are here in the US Virgin Islands. We arrived here yesterday from the British Virgin Islands. We got an easy ferry across here. I think it took about an hour to get here, so pretty quick. And the ferry was $60. And if you have to check in some big bags, I think they charge like $10 per bag. And once again, Carol found a pretty good deal on a place to stay. So this is $135 a night, which is cheap for this island because it is pretty expensive too. One of the expensive Caribbean islands. So I'll just give you the quick tour as usual. Bathroom is not too bad. Bedroom's also pretty nice. It's an AC room, but we've just been using the fan and that's been cool enough. I like the colours that they've been using. Yellow and purple. Then through here is the kitchen. Also got a big sofa here. And yeah, the kitchen has pretty much everything that we need to do some cooking. And just like the place that we stayed at in the BVI, the best part is the view. So I think on these islands it's quite common to get the views since they're all on like hillsides. So check this out here. Still got the noisy roosters too. Beautiful views though. This one looks cool because we've got these like big rocks. It's actually kind of built on the rocks. And then from here you can see one of the famous bays down there that you can go to. It's supposed to be a nice beach there. That sound you're hearing is the wind. It's been super windy. Carol chilling. Nice place, right?
Yeah. The nice view once again.
So we're gonna head out now and do the usual, check out some beaches. Might check out a fort that's here too. And some viewpoints. Should be a good day.
Kind of raining.
Yeah, weather's looking super bad. It feels like a storm's coming. So the beach that we come to is called Sapphire Beach. It's a public beach. Got like some hotels here, some pretty big hotels all the way down. Doesn't actually look like there's that much beach area, to be honest. I don't know if it's like high tide right now. But yeah, it's just so windy. Oh, we got the kite surfers.
Yeah, because the wind is very strong. Not good for people like us, but good for them.
Yeah, definitely good for them. Hat gonna fly away. Yeah, so maybe we'll go on a bit of a beach walk, see what's further down here. That side seems to be where everyone was at with the beach beds and stuff. I think it is raining now.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. There you go, the kite surfer. Yeah, so our original plan was to go to a place called Smith Bay, which is just the other bay around from here, but it's like a national park and you gotta pay there and they don't let you fly the drone because it's a US national park. So yeah, that's why we decided to come here. But I don't know if I'm gonna fly the drone in this wind anyway. Man, so people's belongings are just flying around everywhere. Yeah, this is some pretty extreme wind.
Yeah, we are wondering if we're gonna stay here or go somewhere else, because maybe on the other side of the island,
More protected.
Yeah, it's not so easy. I mean, I think this is one of the best beaches in this area, this and the other ones, Smith Bay, but we cannot enjoy it.
Yeah, so the sun's actually come out a bit now, but I think we are going to cross the island. I think the other side should be protected from the extreme wind. I think one of the big differences compared to BVI is the resorts on this island.
Yeah, so when we were coming by ferry, we could already notice the difference, because in BVI there were like a few hotels, but very small ones.
It was more like little beach villas.
Yeah. But here we saw like big ones. Yeah, just different. Here there are many more fancy resorts and hotels than in the BVI.
So the beach that we've come to is called Brewers Bay Beach. Carol, it seems like every time we get out of the car, the weather turns.
Yeah, now it's actually raining a little bit again, because when we were driving it was just sunny the whole time.
We get out of the car and the clouds come. It took like 35 minutes to drive here. There was loads of traffic jams, and we're right next to the airport, so check out the airplane coming in. Oh right, that whole bit of land there is the runway. I only just realized. Carol's hat flew over.
Oh god, you need some shelter again.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Seriously, the entire 35-minute drive was just sun. And then we get out and all the weather turns. Alright, sweet. So it was just like 5 minutes of some hardcore tropical rainstorm, and now it's super sunny once again. For now anyway. So I think the majority of this west side of the island is pretty much untouched by the look of it here. Can barely see any constructions. Looks nice and natural. So I think the next video that we do here, we're going to be exploring more of that side, going to some deserted beaches. This one is pretty deserted though. Big beach area, perfect. Zero waves. Supposed to be good for snorkeling here, but there's no snorkel rental places. We were gonna rent some, but we definitely will do some snorkeling another time. Maybe in the next video we'll try and get some snorkels. I'm actually quite surprised how different it is to the British islands though. So over there we were on Tortola, which is the main island, but I think that island has half of the population of here, so here's double the population, and the island of St. Thomas that we're on now is pretty much the same size. So obviously you're gonna feel that big difference, a lot more constructions, a lot more cars. That's why we had the traffic jams. I think here is just more touristy, so there's more tourists. We actually barely saw any tourists in the BVI. But you can still find plenty of beaches like this that are not resort beaches. Perfect. Also, there was some parts that we drove through that kind of reminded me of Houston, where we used to live for a while. You have those like complexes, parking complexes, and there's a bunch of stores, and they had things like Ashley Furniture, Wendy's Burger, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, all like the big brands are here. Walgreens. I think in BVI I actually didn't see any of those brands whatsoever. I don't think I saw any fast food places. But this is the US Virgin Islands, so yeah, it does seem like the US. BVI didn't actually seem British at all. There was absolutely nothing British there really.
So when we were planning our trip here, I was searching about the visa situation for me as a Brazilian and also for you. And I didn't know if I needed something special, but just with the normal US visitor visa, you can come here. And if you are American, you don't even need a passport to come here. So just with your driver's license, ID, you can travel here. So super easy for Americans.
So we're gonna head into the capital now to grab a bite to eat. You don't need a snorkel mask, they're overrated. You just gotta become Kevin Costner. I actually made friends with another one, a bigger turtle, and then realized that I wasn't filming. But at least I got shots of the second one.
Who needs snorkeling gear when you have Chris's eyes?
The fish eyes, half man, half fish.
I can't do it, I cannot.
It burns?
Yeah, of course, and I wear contact lenses, so you should not do that.
And we just saw on Google Maps that right next to the beach there's this ruin here, which is the ruin of one of the sugar plantations that used to be here. Danger, do not enter. Whoa. Now this looks pretty stable. I think there's a bunch of these places on the islands, so we'll probably be seeing more as we explore around. Right, time to eat?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. So we're here in the capital now. We've come to a parking right next to the fort that we're gonna head to later, that red building. And the capital is called Charlotte Amélie. Not sure if that's how they say it over here. And she was a Danish queen. So the Danish actually ruled this island at one point. I had no idea that the Danish were in the Caribbean areas. I thought it was just like the Spanish, French, British, Dutch. But yeah, the Danes were here too. And yeah, I'll talk more about that later on when we go to the fort. And right now we're hoping to go to an Indian place that we tried going to yesterday, but it was closed at 11 o'clock. It's later than that now, so hopefully we can get some Indian food. Man, even in here it's super windy. I think since here is more developed than the BVI, the main like capital area has a bit more going on, so that's a benefit. Those buildings look cool there. Says there, Moravian Memorial Church. I'm not sure what Moravian is. So that sucks, the place is closed again. Roti Palace. I guess they've closed for good because it's peak season. What now?
I don't know.
I'm craving Indian food.
Yeah, but I think that was the only good option. And it was very affordable too. I guess we'll have to find somewhere else.
So that was nice. One of the locals saw us messing around on Carol's phone. trying to find a place to eat, and he asked if we needed any help, and we told him we were trying to go to that place. He said it is open, but he said they're an old couple now, so they only open some days. They're not able to be open all the time because of their age. But he said there is another roti place, Ideal Roti, and he said it's really good, so yeah, we're gonna head there. Very helpful. I always like the old wooden buildings that you get on many Caribbean islands. So the BVI was full of these colourful ones. Got this one here that's like a abandoned building. Seen better days. Some more abandoned ones here, all overgrown. I don't know if this is from the damage from those crazy hurricanes that they had a few years ago, or if they were already abandoned before that. Yeah, this is probably the nicest part so far. Check that building out there. Frederick Lutheran Church. From the 1800s. Built as a private home in Danish manor style. Ah, so maybe these buildings are also Danish style then. Don't think I've ever seen Danish style before. And we made it. Yeah, probably about 10 minutes to walk here. Ideal hot roti. It's open? Yay! So I went for the boneless chicken roti, and Carol got a veggie one and 2 Cokes. That was $33 overall. We've never eaten this before.
No, first time. It smells really good.
Not sure how you eat this.
It's hot.
Yeah, definitely a lot of potato. Yours full of potato too?
Yeah, but with a lot of spices, so it's like really, really good. And we love Indian food, and this is very similar.
Yeah, this is like Trinidad, Tobago, India. I think the other Indian places are people from Trinidad and Tobago too. Man, that food was so delicious. We ate it all. Definitely need to get back to India. I think there's a big chance that might happen next year. So we got to make India and Trinidad and Tobago happen next year.
Or this year, 2024.
Oh yeah. So I think in mine the main ingredient was just the potato chicken, like a spicy potato. Yours had a bit more going on.
Yeah, it also had the potato thing, but with lots of veggies and even some beans. It was really, really good.
So now we're gonna head to that fort that we saw earlier. I think it's just a small one. So I think this is the area that they call Main Street. It's like the shopping area. Seems to be mainly jewelry, but really nice. I didn't know they had this on the island. Carol wants to walk down here. They have some nice side alleys. Yeah, I don't think the BVI really had anything like this, did they, in the capital?
No, we didn't see, no.
Unless we went in the wrong place. Looks like there's some nice cafes too. Alright, so this is Fort Christian from the 17th century. And as mentioned before, it's a Danish fort. So Christian was the king at the time, I believe. And the lady just told us to start off in the dungeon and make our way up. How much was it, the entry fee?
$10 per person.
I also got a cappuccino. I think that was $4.50. Not from here though, at a store on the way. Yeah, so from what I understand, this was also used as a prison for hundreds of years.
So that was the queen?
Oh yeah, that the capital's named after. So from what I read, the Danish ended up selling the island in the 1900s, around the First World War. And that's why the US have it. I think it was like the equivalent of what would be over $600 million nowadays. So they spent quite a lot to get this island. Yeah, these places are always super creepy. Knowing what was done to the people. Solitary confinement. Well, can't even see.
Yeah.
Pitch black. Is that a bed over there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So here it says that it was the governor's quarters. So the governor used to live in the fort. I don't think you're allowed to walk inside though. They're all fenced off, all the rooms. Nice, you can come to the rooftop. This is probably the best part. Check out the views from here. See all the big hills. And you get views of the waterfront too. The cruise ships back there. And as always, the cannons. Can't be a fort without the old cannons. So we're on our way to the final beach of the day, and we just stopped at a popular viewpoint here called Charlotte Amalie Viewpoint, because you can see the capital, the whole thing from here, and islands. So the fort that we were at was just over there. I think it was only like a 6-minute drive to get up here, so pretty quick. And we're actually staying right around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Probably like 4 or 5 minutes from here by car.
Yep, just up there somewhere. Yeah, so this beach that we're trying to get to, I think it's one of the popular ones, so we're stuck in a traffic jam once again. So that's definitely a big difference to the BVI. We never really got stuck in traffic jams there. Only a little bit in the capital area, but going to beaches and stuff, yeah, never. This place is way busier. So one of the guys that's working here with the queue of cars just said it's because a cruise ship just came in late. So they have those like big transport vehicles with like 25 people, but this is a paid beach, so when those arrive 25 people have to pay each time, right? And it's a bunch of those kind of vehicles, so yeah, that's why we're in a queue right now. So probably if you're not with all these like cruise groups, you just go in straight away. Alright, so we got in, probably took about 15 minutes overall. So I think this is the main beach for the cruise ship. This is actually the one that we can see from our place where we're staying. It was $16 overall, 7 per person to enter, non-residents, and 2 for the parking. So we ended up just walking left for a while because it's pretty relaxed at this side. The majority of the cruise people are in the middle. Basically empty going that way. Pretty good business tactic though, that the cruise brings the people to one of the paid beaches. So all those thousands of people having to pay like $7 each. They must make a killing.
Yeah, good idea.
Good business idea. You can't fly the drone here either, so I guess this video is not going to have any drone shots. Maybe it's like that on the entire island, I don't know. I remember when I lived in the US, there were loads of places that were like no drone zones. On the British ones, you could just fly it anywhere. They didn't seem to care. But yeah, here today, no chance. Yeah, so overall, I think I definitely preferred the more laid-back vibe in BVI. There was no beaches that you had to pay for there, and we went to pretty much all of them. And overall, there just wasn't that many people, and it was easier to drive around, no traffic jams. But I'd say here, like the capital was really cool. The one in BVI didn't really seem like there was much to see there. We actually went walking there, and I think within like 15 minutes we kind of left because yeah, there just wasn't much going on. However, this is just one of the islands, right? So tomorrow we are going to be heading to St. John, and apparently that one's going to be even more laid back than BVI. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that is. I think the majority of it is a national park, so it's going to be a completely different experience. So we're going to be heading out of here now. The sun's actually already gone down. It's gone down behind that hill. But it's been a great first day here. The place is absolutely beautiful and can definitely see why it's so popular with the Americans. It really is just such a beautiful place, and especially since it's so close. We're also right next to Puerto Rico. If you look on the map, it's right near Culebra, the beautiful island that we went to. Oh, sorry, very windy. 1 second. Getting blasted by sun. Anyway, so yeah, there's more videos to come. I'm planning on making 2 more videos here, so yeah, hopefully the weather permits. If you like this one, just drop a like as usual to support us. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you in the next one.